So let me just talk a little bit about the process of how I approach these books. And I'll also give you a preview of my upcoming book. So this is, I haven't actually started Romeo and Juliet yet, but this is an outline for Romeo and Juliet where I was starting to think about it. And that's, the first part of my process is usually a text outline, or at least the beginnings of a text outline. Sometimes I don't get all the way through it. And you can see I'm underlining in different colors which scenes are the most important, which scenes I need to give the most pages to, and conversely, which scenes I can either cut or cut down. And at the same time, on the same piece of paper, I'm starting to, look for visual inspiration, think about what the characters might look like. And usually, eventually, I come up with one sketch that I really like. This is an example for Beowulf, where I really established the look, particularly of Grendel, which was the really key thing at the beginning, was what's my vision for this monster. And then I start marking up the full text. So this is a page from my copy of King Lear. And again, I'm just color coding what do I want to keep, what do I want to get rid of, and where can I cut, like where can I jump from one section of text to another section of text without losing the reader. Has everybody seen, you should all, if you haven't, go to Scott McCloud's website, and you should look at his interactive version of the little Carl strip that he did in Understanding Comics. It's an example, it's an illustration of what happens when you use more panels to tell a scene or less panels. And the online version is really interesting because it just has the first and the last panel. And then you can click on, there's a whole series of numbers along the top, and you click on a number, and that's how many panels it inserts in between the first and the last panel. And so you can really see how the effect changes when you show every single moment versus when you jump from one thing to another thing and you let the reader figure out what happened in between. So I'm thinking as I go through here about, well, what are the scenes where I really want to show every little thing, and what are the scenes where I can say, here's the problem, here's the solution. It's pretty obvious what happened in between.